Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests present here. Welcome to the 32 meeting of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I am the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, and I am sure you all are as excited as I am for the meeting today. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours, and you are expected to stay till the end of the meeting for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I have few key points for all of you. Keep your video should be on and audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you are asked to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restriction on these topics, at Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club, we request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful of and responsible to also abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I also urge you all to be cognizant of the fact that as a club we practice diversity and inclusion in letter and in spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertone that creates hostility and discomfort among the members or guests. Now, I would like to call upon the presiding officer of the meeting. By profession, she is a senior data analyst and a certified image consultant and personal branding coach. But if I have to describe her in my words, she is someone whom I can rely upon and can pin any time in the day or maybe in the night as well whenever I am stuck in any situation. She is the one who actually changes the perspective of mine in any difficult situation. The presiding officer of today's meeting is none other than Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goyal. Can we give a huge round of applause for Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy? The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Maanvi. That was quite a warm introduction. Now, for me, I'm really feeling heartwarmed. May I ask you to have a round of applause for our Sergeant at Arms today, Toastmaster Maanvi, for opening the meeting with such vigor? Thank you. As the presiding officer for today's meeting, I declare meeting number 32 of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club open. It's an absolute pleasure for me to preside over this meeting because we have got such an interesting theme, second brain. Now, I can talk about theme, or probably I can't. I'll leave you all to think whether I know anything in advance or not. But what I want to share with you is a little bit about Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a place where we all come, we practice, we have our psychological safety to unlearn certain things that we have learned over a period of time, things that we have learned wrong, learn them right the way it should be so that we can grow. This is a 100-year-old organization that has been here due to its meeting structure, due to its discipline, due to the psychological safety where people with different mindsets come together, share their thoughts, speak in front of public, and grow. On personal front, I have learned a lot here. Talking about public speaking skills, communication skills, leadership skills, and whatnot. I can actually go and on about the skills that I've developed here. But before I share anything regarding my personal journey, I want to give this baton to our guests who are joining us for the first time, or even if it's for nth time, to introduce themselves, a quick introduction, whether you are a Toastmaster, what's your name, where are you joining from, and what are your expectations from the meeting. May I hear it from Manjushri Sarathi?
Hi, ma'am. I'm Manjushri. I'm from Bangalore. So basically, when I was in school, right? So we had something called Gavel's Club in our school, and our teachers were part of the club. It was related to public speaking, and since our teachers were a part of it, they also trained us to be a part of it. and I was a part of it till 10th grade. And after it, eventually, I lost touch with being a public speaker. And now I'm pursuing my MBA at Jain University in Bangalore. And yeah, now I have this feeling to get back in touch with public speaking, to be a better public speaker or be a better communicator. So that's why I was interested in joining Toastmasters. I came in touch with Meeta ma'am, and she was the one who connected me with the meeting. So I'm here for the first time today.
It's lovely to have you here, Manjushri. I hope you have a wonderful meeting today. I'm so happy to learn about Gabbys Club that you have been a part of. Yes, Toastmaster Diana, I've got your introduction. Toastmaster Diana is joining all the way from Canada. This Toastmasters Gabbys are speech as better. I have been learning from about 29 years. This is what Toastmaster Diana has written to me on personal chat. We welcome you to the Gabbys, Toastmaster Diana. Now, let me ask Toastmaster Anand for a quick introduction. Toastmaster Anand.
Yes. Good evening, all. Myself, Toastmaster Anand. I'm from Chennai. All right. Recently, I served as a president of this Madras Toastmasters Club. See, what the specialty about Gabbys Toastmasters Club is that lot of good practices I'm learning and implementing in my club. So to learn more further, I'm joining as a guest in your club. Thank you very much for giving a great opportunity.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. It's always beautiful to have you as part of our meeting. It's a two-way learning. So I wish you a wonderful meeting ahead. Let's quickly move on to San Perera, Toastmaster Sanoli. A quick 30-second introduction.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sanoli Perera. I'm a food technologist by profession. I'm joining from Sri Lanka. The purpose of joining to Toastmaster to improve my public speaking ability. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster San. Have a wonderful meeting ahead. I see Sana Firdos.
Hey, hi. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Sorry, my camera isn't working well. My name is Sana, and I am from India and currently living in Bangalore. And I am working as a data analyst in Accenture, and I always wanted to join a public speaking club, and what better to start with the online one. So good to be here.
It's lovely to have you here, Sana. I hope you have a wonderful meeting ahead. I see Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas. Toastmaster Jyoti, a quick 30-second introduction.
Hi, I'm just trying to get online. Hi, I'm Jyoti Thomas. I'm logging in from Canada, Ottawa right now. So it's like very early for me. So I've been visiting your club, and it's always been nice to connect with you. And I think, Nancy, I met you few months ago. And I'm here just to see how I can support, as I promised, just cross-learning and interacting. Thank you so much. And if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm a corporate trainer, certified in NLP as Gestaltist, and a social entrepreneur in Chennai. I'm also a dual club member of Leadership Speak Advanced Toastmasters Club. That's briefly
Lovely to have you here, Toastmaster Jyoti. Thank you so much. Yes, I do remember. We met a couple of times. Toastmaster Aaron, a quick 30 seconds introduction.
I have already introduced you, ma'am.
Aaron.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Aryan, and I'm a second year MBBS student. This is my first time, I guess, second time here in Gabbys Toastmasters. I'm a former Toastmaster, and I have worked with several clubs before. After a year, I am back, and I hope to learn and gain a vibrant amount of experience here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aaron, for a quick introduction. It's lovely to have so many guests joining us today from different countries, from Sri Lanka, from Canada, and yes, from different states of India. I welcome you all to the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Hope you all have a wonderful meeting. As I was talking about learning, I remember I was having a talk with one of my mentees yesterday, and I told her that the person you see today is not the person I was when I joined 3 years back. I was somebody who used to feel extremely nervous, out of words, someone who would lose her voice, sweaty palms, and what not. So yes, when it comes to Toastmasters, it's a place that gives you that cushion to get up and get going. Now we need to get going with the meeting. For this, I will hand it over to our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day is here with an interesting theme, second brain, like I said. He's someone who I can probably call a prominent leader who's been part of XCOM at different clubs, and he's a dual member of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Someone who is here for all of us to learn something interesting. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Punith C K. Toastmaster Punith, the stage is all yours to set it on fire. Over to you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, for the warm and kind intro. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever are you from, and welcome to Gabbys Online Toastmasters. When I was studying high school, my mom asked me to buy some groceries. When I went to the shop, I used to forget at least one item. Then I started doubting my reliability of my brain. How many of you relate to this situation? Please raise your hand. Okay.
I must say, my mom always told me 100 things and I would end up forgetting that one thing.
Yes. I think how many of us gone through these situations. I think some of you who has given a speech in club, you might have seen forgetting the speeches, right? Now, today's the fast-pacing digital world. If you want to do all things just by relying on our unreliable brain, how difficult it is, right? When I was VP Education, I got to know being disorganized, how it creates mess. Then I stumbled upon a concept called second brain. Let me share my screen and explain a bit about this concept. Where is that? Yeah, this is the technique. It explains how we can effectively organize tasks and projects. You might have done it in your organization, in your careers. This is the customized one, the customized one that help you organize the personal tasks and projects. It built on the four steps. The first one is capture, second one is organize, third one is distill, fourth one is express. The first one, the captures. It says how many times we scroll social media, blogs, news, and we forget information within an hour. And this is the step that teaches the art of capturing information. I will tell a lot about capture. The next move on to the organize one. Here we have to organize in such a way that we have to fulfill the demand of our future self. The future, just imagine future self is a ever demanding customers who is very busy, who is not able to give a time. How can you make him happy? If he wants the information, this information is available in a fraction of a second. How can you make it? That's where the organization teach how do we organize our information. The third one is distill. Once you start collecting and capturing information, you might see the pattern and connection between this data. And for example, you see the testimonial of your company and you get an idea of starting your web page. This is how the distill works, the making use of the information. The third one is an express. It says we have to move away from the capturing the information to the creating one. Now, how we can do that? That's what express step tells. The first I go with the captures. After that, whatever comes, it is not an information. It is just the stories, and we like stories. Some of you might know who is she? She is Taylor Swift. She's American. She's one of the best singer in USA. If I want to talk about captures, let me share an example. Let me share the story of Taylor Swift. We have 5 documentary films about her. In that movie, she disappeared herself into mobile, not to watch social media, not to scroll around social media or something else. She, whenever she gets an idea about writing a song or any feedback, she just take her mobile and write it on the note. And that's how she writes. That's how she keep track of her song whenever it fits in, and she goes and collect it. I will come to the. I will talk a lot more about this second branch, and now I will back to the meeting, and I will share the quite interesting facts about. Okay, I would like to talk about the agenda for today's meeting. A typical Toastmaster club consists of 3 sessions. The first one is the prepared speech section. Here, members prepare their speeches well in advance and give their speeches here. This is the way the member practices and execute some aspects and strategies of public speaking and communication skills. Then, second session is the table topic session. Here, the members improve impromptu speaking skills. This session will be conducted by our table topic master. Then, the important point is here the guest can also participate. The more informations during that session. The third one is the evaluation sessions. The evaluation session. The importance of feedbacks are numerous. It can help us avoid making more mistakes. It will motivate us. Then it is a tool for continuous learning. Toastmaster considers evaluation of the feedback is crucial. Hence, we have a evaluation session and we have a evaluation team. This team is going to be led by a general evaluator. Today's general evaluator is a person who is a content writer, passionate reader, who call herself introvert, but finds joy in conversation. She immerses herself in diverse music genre and languages, while her free evenings are spent treasure hunting in vintage book and stationery stores. Hailing from Mumbai, she cherishes the sunrises and sunsets at Marine Drive. Please put your hands together to welcome our today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Joane Joseph.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, a good day and a night to everyone and anyone who have joined us from across the globe. I'm Toastmaster Joane Joseph, the General Evaluator for this meeting. And tonight, my job is to simply evaluate, observe the way the preparation has been done for the meeting by every single role player and participant of the meeting, see how they are organized or not. Are they delivering with enthusiasm and with a lot of preparation? Overall, keep an eye on the total meeting and then give an evaluation of how this meeting was, what were the good practices, and what more can be done to improve and bring back another great meeting for the team. Now, this is such a huge task, right? To evaluate and keep an eye on every single role player, every single person who's speaking and working on scene as well as behind the scenes. So I have a very dedicated, strong team of people who will help me to carry out this evaluation. And in Toastmasters lingo, they are called the TAGL team. That is the timer, counter, grammarian, and listener. And for tonight, for this meeting, the timer is going to be Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur. A performance-driven and result-oriented soft skills coach, she has a vision to empower professionals and unleash their potential. She has extensive experience as a senior English faculty in prestigious Delhi schools and also Hindustan Times. She is an IELTS trainer and a POSH expert. Over to you, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur. Please explain what is your role as a timer for today's meeting.
Greetings of the day, Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We all know that there's a time limit for almost everything. more so in Toastmasters. Every speaker in Toastmasters must stay within a certain time limit. So as the timer today, I will monitor the participants and indicate when they are nearing the end of their allotted time. I'll also monitor the time for each meeting segment so that we stick close to the agenda. Now I will employ 3 colored cue cards to alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, the yellow, and the red to denote specific times remaining for that particular section. Table topic speakers should limit their responses to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll show the red card. Today, we have only one prepared speech with a time duration of 18 to 20 minutes. At 18 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 20 minutes, the yellow card. And at 22 minutes, I'll raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. And just a word of caution for all the speakers that after the red card is shown, they should start winding up their speech so that they remain within the qualification and can be there in the polling list. At the end of the meeting, when called by the general evaluator, I'll report the length of the prepared speech, the table topic responses, and the evaluations. Thank you, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. What a very crisp and sharp explanation of the timer's role. Just one addition to that, every speaker and evaluator, including the table topic speaker, gets a 30-second grace period, mind you, 30 seconds grace period after the red card to wrap up their speech or table topic. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jaspreet. Next, we have the R counter for tonight, who is being played by Toastmaster Sudharma Perera. Sudharma lives in Venapur, Sri Lanka, is a fellow chartered accountant and an MBA from University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, Sri Lanka. She says she's interested in learning new things, getting to know new people, and traveling to new places. She's also the Vice President Education of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Sudharma. Let us know what the role of our counter is.
Thank you, General Evaluator. As our counter today, I will listen and make note of every speakers and all players at today's meeting. I will focus on 5 major areas. First one, filler words like Second one, inappropriate interjections, for instance, and well, but, so, you know. Third one is crutch words, similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. Fourth one is repetitive words like I, this means, this means. Fifth one is unintentional long or short pauses. I will submit my report at the end of general evaluation session. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudharma. Again, a very crisp and sharp introduction for the role. Next, we have the Grammarian for the day, which will be played by Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. Monica is an MBA and a management consultant at Accenture Strategy. She is a bibliophile, a gardening enthusiast, a fitness freak, and a baker. What an exotic combination of skills you have, Toastmaster Monica. Please tell us, what is the role of the Grammarian?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, everyone. This is Monica Ashwini, and I am the grammarian for today's meeting. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage, and take note of any misuses of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. It is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So for today, the word of the day is ingenuity. Ingenuity, I-N-G-E-N-U-I-T-Y. The meaning of ingenuity is the power of creative imagination. The power of creative imagination. And the usage goes like, she showed amazing ingenuity in finding ways to cut costs. She showed amazing ingenuity in finding ways to cut costs. I will encourage all of you to use the word of the day in your speeches, in your communication, and looking forward. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Joane.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica. Next, we have the listener for tonight, which will be played by Toastmaster Sudhakar Thamankar. Sudhakar has a distinguished career spanning 19 years. He's a seasoned chartered accountant, has held various leadership positions, overseeing almost all aspects of finance. Currently, he specializes as a virtual CFO and provides services supporting startups, SMEs, and MSMEs. He says he likes cycling, yoga, fitness, reading books, and traveling in his free time. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudhakar.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the introduction. In communication, we all know active listening is key. So I'm the listener of the day. I'll be listening closely to whatever you said during the meeting and noting down, and we'll come back with a few questions at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. That was the TAGL team for you. The TAGL team, as well as the evaluator, along with me, your general evaluator, will come back with the evaluation report at the end of the meeting, the last session. Thank you so much. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Punith.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joane Joseph, for introducing your team and sharing the role of evaluators. Then now, without any ado, let's start prepared speech, first session, that is prepared speech session. Today we have one speech, and before calling the first speaker, let me share the project objectives. The speaker is attempting a project from the pathway effective coaching level 5 elective project 1 prepared to speak professionally. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. The speech duration is 18 to 22 minutes. Now, this speech is going to be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Noor Mohammed. I would like to confirm whether if Noor Mohammed is available now.
Yes, Toastmaster. I'm available.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, it's time to call our first speaker. She is an ICF accredited ACC coach, soft skills trainer, and image consultant with 16 years experience in L&D and O&D. She is an avid learner, a fashion and culture enthusiast, and loves cooking. Her speech title is What is in the Locker? Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Shaifali Singh. What's in the locker? What's in the locker? Toastmaster Shaifali Singh. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, so before I start, I'm going to share my screen. And I have this pertinent question that I want to ask you all. What's in the locker?
Baseball shoe.
A jersey.
Jersey, yeah.
What's in the locker?
Dreams.
Okay. Dreams. Okay. All right. What's in the locker?
The passion, the goal, the desire to win.
The passion, the goals, the desire to win. So beautiful.
And awards planned already to reach the goal. Awards.
Awards. Okay. One last time. What's in the locker?
Somebody's ingenuity.
Focus.
Focus, dreams, awards, jersey.
Things.
Is that all?
Things. They're just things.
Okay, things that we don't know yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which locker? No one asked me which locker. Most of us assumed that I asked about the open locker. Isn't that so? Were you curious to know about the other lockers? Were you curious to ask me, why are you asking what's in this locker? What's the purpose behind it? I believe not. So there are a lot of things in our life that we just take for granted. And we see what is in front of us, and we fail to see what's not in front of us. When we channelize only the things that we want to see. Now, let me shift my focus a little bit. People are like lockers. What we see is just the tip of the iceberg. And in this high-tech, low-touch world, we have lost the connect with people. We have lost our sensibilities to connect with them on a deeper level. In fact, our vocabulary has become so short. Yay, hey, TYTL, FYI. We've forgotten to even use full words. Forget about full sentences. Wouldn't you all agree? Absolutely. So I am going to put these things in a little more context of how can we connect with people on a deeper level. Now, some of you may say, hey, I'm such a good conversationalist. I talk very well with people. I'm a Toastmaster. I can give speeches after speeches. But can you really connect with people? It is a simple task of talking to someone, a colleague, a friend, someone you've just met on the road, a small momentary exchange of words that can sometimes change the person's life permanently. And I'm sure a lot of you here know this is the basics of communication, that while only 7% of our communication happens, the impact is verbal, the emotion that it triggers, the feelings that get unlocked, the hidden feelings, those can just go out of context. You can trigger an emotional reaction in someone just by saying a no. And hence it becomes very important to choose our words carefully and wisely. Words carry a lot of baggage. And some of these baggages we keep locked up inside our lockers, our internal lockers, our inner walls. And this is not some vault that can be broken like in some hi-fi, sci-fi movie where someone can just come and be the Tom Cruise of all times and break into it. Absolutely not. Human beings are designed in different ways. We are different. It takes a lot to unlock what's inside us. Right? So on the basic front of it, conversations help us connect it together. We have a lot of conversations day in and day out. And you are going to definitely ask me, why is it important? I am already having all these conversations. Why do I need to hear you talk more about this? Right? So I read this very interesting thing that I would want to share with you all today. And before I do that, I want to ask you, how many of you know of IQ? A raise of hands. We all know IQ. Do we know what is EQ? Can someone tell me what is EQ?
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional quotient.
Okay,
EQ
all
quotient.
right. Has anyone heard of this? Conversational intelligence. Anyone who's aware of this word, conversational intelligence? Yes, I was as surprised as you all are looking to me right now, because I recently came across this term while I was doing some research on the books I wanted to read. And this is this great book by the same name, Conversational Intelligence. And it talks about how do we build trust? How do we have better conversations with people? How do we connect with people? Right? And as I was listening to TM Punith also speak about the second brain, there was just a thought that came to my mind that the conversational intelligence spins out of our primitive brain, which is also called the limbic brain. Now, what happens in the limbic brain when our brain perceives a threat? We either close up, or we run away, or we fight that. And that is why it becomes extremely important for us to have meaningful conversations, because the minute the brain perceives a threat in your conversation, it's going to get closed. All those feelings are going to get locked up. You will not be able to see beyond, right? You need to talk to a person on a different level and untap what they are not saying. So all this seems very nice and wow, conversational intelligence, emotional intelligence, what more? How do we do it? Do you all have any answers on how we can do it? How can we become better conversationalists? Anyone?
Listen carefully. First
Be
thing.
mindful of all that we say and be in the present, in the here and now.
Absolutely. We all know this. And yet, we fail to do it at times. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you how you can move from being just a conversationalist to a person who connects on the deeper level, who's able to unlock these hidden feelings, these hidden emotions in other people, right? So as per the book, as per the author Judith Glaser, she says, she says that there are 3 levels of conversation, right? There's a level 1, which is a very transactional conversation. And I'm going to just show you how that works. So, TM Sudharma, can I just ask you a question?
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm fine and yeah, it's good day.
Okay, how's the weather? You're in Sri Lanka, right? How's the weather there?
It was very hot afternoon, but evening it was going to rain, but didn't rain.
Okay, and what are you going to be doing after this meeting?
I'm going to have ocean, have my dinner.
Okay, all right. Thank you, TM Sudharma, for being my participant in this question answer round. Did you all observe? I was asking a question, she was replying to my question. I was asking a question, she was replying to my question. It's like a game of table tennis. Ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong. I ask you, you answer. I ask you, you answer. That's level 1. Those are the conversations we are having every single day. We are so good at it, aren't we? Absolutely. These are the small talk, the questions we ask, they are just, they're in the background. You don't really want to know. I'm really not interested, but I have to make a conversation. So might as well ask something. So what's level 2 then? Level 2 is something that we call as positional conversations, right? I am your boss. You better listen to me. I have more influence. So I'm going to make sure that you do what I want you to do, right? Shall we watch this movie or that movie? Or can you make this report for me in this manner with these Excel sheets with these colors. This is exactly how I want it. Let me know if you need any help, but make it exactly the way I'm asking you to make it. I'm using the influence of my power. And when I say power, I don't mean position. I mean an influence that I have on the other person. I'm using that to make a conversation. It's not really a win-win. It's somewhere in the middle. We'll see how it goes. Maybe over 10 years, we'll build a rapport. Who knows? Happens? Have you all experienced that?
Yes.
Right. Now coming to the aha moment of the level 3 conversations. Now, before I get into that, we all are very good at level 1. We all may sometimes be good at level 2, and that's where all that passive aggressive, passive, assertive, all of those communications come in. But a level 3 is where you actually unlock the hidden dreams, the hidden desires, the hidden emotions of a person. So how do we do that? It's about having curious conversations with someone. It's about really having the intent to know more about that person. So, TM Sudharma, can I again ask you a question?
Yes.
So, TM Sudharma, how has your day been so far?
So far, so good.
Okay. So, what was good about the day? Would you like to tell me more?
Yeah. Because I could complete my day plan, and it was a successful day because of that. And I could attend the meeting on time. There was less traffic. That's why.
That sounds so wonderful. I'm so glad that you had a successful day and you were able to attend the meeting. How does that make you feel when you are feeling successful and you're able to do all of the work?
Feels like it is a satisfactory day, and I wish all the days will be like this.
I truly wish that for you too, TM Sudharma. Thank you so much again for being a part of my questions.
Thank you.
So this is what level 3 conversations are about, taking a genuine interest and discovering something more about the person. Discovering that they are more than just someone you know, a person that has feelings, a person that has emotions. Untapping, discovering, and really connecting with them. And there, that is where you move to a partnership. You co-create. You come to know more things about that person, which you probably didn't know before. Right? Okay, so all this that I've spoken about right now is, it still seems to be very surface level. It still seems that, yes, it is intuitive. We do it. Sometimes we don't do it. But what's so big? What's the big deal about it? We're still just scratching the surface. We do challenges. So I'm going to take a pause here. And I'm going to ask you all to take 30 seconds of my precious 20 minutes in my speech and write down, where do you see yourself mostly in your conversations? Take a introspective view. Where do you see yourself mostly in your conversations? Okay, my next question to you is, what's holding you back? What's the challenge? What is holding you back? in having these level 3 conversation? What is the challenge? And you could say things like, okay, you know, I feel shy. And one of the most common answers that I get is I'm introverted. Or, you know, I just don't have the comfort zone with people. But what's holding you back? Okay, all right. So these are questions I would leave with you with today. Of course, you can introspect on them and then take a moment and see how you can start moving one level up and up. Because not only is it going to let you unlock that locker for the other people, it is going to build trust. It is going to build rapport with the people that matter most to you. And how do we build trust? And why is it important, right? In all of the things that we do in our day-to-day lives, we need to have trust. Trust is the founding stone for any relationship. So I'm going to go back to the limbic brain that I was talking about. When we have a good interaction with someone, when we have an interaction at a level 3 with someone, right? There is a chemical that's released in our body, a happy chemical that we call oxytocin, and that creates a positive response in both the sides. When that positive biochemical is released and we have these, you know, these neurons matching up, we become more collaborative, we become more trustworthy, we are able to connect better with people. The opposite happens when we are still at level 1 and level 2 of our conversations. There is no trust building happening. In fact, when the brain perceives a threat, the hormone that is released is a stress hormone by the name of cortisol. And when that reaction happens, there is negativity. It brings us down. It also brings our health down. So don't have these conversations for the other person. If you don't want to, don't do it. Do it for your own self. Do it for your own well-being. Right? So when I was talking to you about the challenges, I hope you all have written them down. One of the challenges that I have often seen people facing is that of judgment. We are constantly judging each other. We are constantly thinking, oh, this person, you know, what is he wearing? What is he saying? What is he feeling? And hence we only see the person superficially. We only see that locker, what's there, what we are seeing. So before I urge you all to overcome that challenge, I would like to just tell you a small story of this young man who was traveling in the train with his father. And as the journey was progressing, he said, "Hey, Dad, look, there's a group of trees there. There's an orchard there," in a very excited way. And then he says, "Hey, Dad, look, there are horses running on the side." He says, "Hey, Dad, look, there's a river." And a co-passenger was noticing all of this. And he said to the man, "Hey, you know what? I think you need to take your son to a doctor." And his father replied, "Yes, we are coming back from the doctor. My son was blind from birth, and today his vision has been restored. And he's unlocking all of these things around him. So unlock your own visions and remove all the obstacles to have these better conversations. And only then you will be really able to see what's in the lock. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaifali. Singh, let us give her a big round of applause. And what a thoughtful content it was. And conversation intelligence, level 3 conversation intelligence. when you shared the small conversation changes the way we think, that reminds me conversation with my mentor. It always, I go, when before talking to my mentor, it was version 1, and after talking to him, it will be version 2. I think they have achieved the level 3 conversations, and thank you. I think following these techniques, we can reach the level 3 conversation intelligence. Thank you for sharing the insightful content. And now with that, we can move on to the next session, that is a table topic session. Before that, we can take a 5-minute break, and the break starts from now. We will meet on at 8:26. Okay, I hope all of us are back. Now let's talk a bit about theme. Now I share my screen. It is quite interesting. I prepared this with the love. I think I'm not getting much time. I just go. Here, I was talking about Taylor Swift. She uses mobile to write her songs. Then if you want to know like what to capture, there are so many ideas are there, so many things are there in outside world, digital world. How can we organize that? Here we have the Feynman technique. What he does, he's a Nobel Prize winner. What he does, he lists down the top, the favorite, the problems. Whenever he hears something, he run through those problem, and if he finds if it fits, he will work on that. If it doesn't fit, he'll leave that. And if it fits, that's the people call him genius. That's how he relieved his strategy to become a genius. Then I inspired from the taking notes in mobile. I started using Google Task from since 2022. I have finished around 1,000 plus the task. It's not a task, it's like whatever comes to my mind, just put it in the task and start using it. The next one is organizing whatever the information that we have captured. Here we have a Joane Joseph. She's a choreographer. She is an innovative choreographer. And what she does, she has a creative process. She calls this process as the box. Whenever she starts a project, whenever she starts a project, she buy one box and stick on the box with the name of the project. And after that, whatever thoughts comes to her mind, and whatever the new series, the new tape, the new videos, wherever she gets an idea, she put it into the box. And so that whenever she is losing a track, she go back to that box and see what is there. First thing she does whenever she buy the box is she put the goal into that box. Whenever she lost, she go back and check what is that goal. The next one is how can we organize? We don't want to buy the box for each and every project, and I want to share the idea. How can we organize in the captured informations? You might have seen in a kitchen. Whenever we buy items, we organize it in such a way that it is organized and organized for an outcome, for preparing meal. How do we organize that? Just to give an example, when you buy the fruit juice, dry fruits, we don't keep it in one place just because they fall into the fruit category. We keep it in a separate places. So here the idea is to organize in such a way that it should not it should be based on where we are going. Yeah, that's it from the theme. And yeah, now whenever we want to organize, we organize it well, but most of the time we can't organize it. We have to go with out of the plan. That's where impromptu comes. Now we are moving to table topic session. This is the sessions where we improve our impromptu speaking skills. This will help us improve our self-confidence whenever we want to crack the interviews, dealing with difficult client, or whenever we want to prepare for the last minute presentations. Now, This session is going to be conducted by our table topic master. And today's table topic master is a biotechnologist turned into psychology enthusiast, currently pursuing a PhD in training and development from ISTT Delhi. Aside from being a student, her keen interest lies in interacting with new faces and making friends. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Maanvi, table topic master for today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Punith. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests present here. I am the table topic master for today's session. To give a brief about table topics is like impromptu speaking where I'll be sharing a topic with you all on the spot and you have to speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. For the timer, the timing cards will be shown at the green card will be shown at 1 minute, at 1 minute 30 seconds the yellow will be shown, at 2 minutes the red will be shown. Please be mindful that the grace period of 30 seconds is provided only on the above side. So anyone who speaks from 1 minute to 2 minute 30 seconds is qualified for voting. Aside of that, like table topic Toastmaster of the day shared, it helps us organize our thoughts impromptu. And it is very important in our normal life because whenever someone asks, we have to respond. And that's how Toastmasters, and especially the table topic session, helps us organizing our thoughts. And one more thing, this even provides guest an opportunity to speak. So now I can see Toastmaster Diana raising her hand. And you know what? She has a superpower. No one can type the table topics, but she can. So I'll be sharing her topic in the chat box. Toastmaster Diana, which app sparks joy in your routine? Which app sparks joy in your routine? Toastmaster Diana. Can we have while Toastmaster Diana is typing, can we have anyone else who can take up the topic? Someone, a member, a Toastmaster, so that guests get a fair idea how we go on with it. Toastmaster Shaifali. Toastmaster Shaifali. Capturing wisdom is as easy as Toastmaster Shaifali.
I love to read books. And while I don't have so much time nowadays, I still try to read at least 10 to 15 pages, whether it's a physical book or a digital book. Because I believe that capturing wisdom, if you really have the true intent to capture wisdom, it is as easy as taking a step towards doing what you want to do. So for me, reading books and getting the wisdom out of those books is extremely important. I'd like to share an example of this recent book that I was reading, and it's about don't believe everything you think. And it actually got me thinking, why do I believe everything that I think? And I, after reading that book, feel that I've become so much more wiser. Things around me have stopped affecting me because now I know I will only become I'll only become a victim of my own thinking. So why think? And that's the wisdom that you can get only from books and starting off what you want to do.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shaifali. I even agree with you. Reading books is actually very helpful. I started reading. I was never a reader. And I hope everyone will start reading after your take today. Who would like to go next? Toastmaster Jyoti. Toastmaster Jyoti.
I'm not in the position to speak now.
We have Jyoti Thomas as well. Toastmaster Jyoti, don't worry. Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas. What are your strategies for a mindful technology detox? What are your strategies for mindful technology detox, Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas?
Thank you very much, Table Topics Master, for that very interesting and yet connecting topic. You talk about technology, and I always say I'm technically handicapped. When you cross your 60 and you add on another 3 to it, it's always a challenge. So, do you need to detox? Do I need to be there? So, what do? I just say no. So, the best way I would look at technology, I like to go on it just to make sure I'm on a meditation site, or I like to use technology minimal as possible because I come from the yonder days. But nonetheless, being current is very, very important. That being said, I make sure I pick up something new. I have a practice of doing something called as the Diary of Dreams, where every day I note down 7 new things I've learned. When I do that, I have now added one more part of learning technology. The ingenuity. Let's get creative. Let's do things very committed. You're talking about the seconds, the other mind. I don't see the timer. Okay. The other mind, the second mind. And you were talking about Taylor Swift getting into the phone. So, what do we do? What do I do? What do we all do? There are times that we have to be aligned with what's going on currently. As much as we don't want technology, we cannot be away from it. So the simple technologies we use is there, and yet I do believe nothing works like a paper and pen. I believe in it to make sure the imprints on my head stays input and I can be aware, alert, and in the present. Being an NLPist and just alters, I believe in journaling, and that is one app I think I like in terms of technology, where it helps me to quickly record or write down. So briefly, that is my take, and I would like to know what the others think about it. Over to the Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti. I agree. Paper and pen is something that cannot surpass technology, and I am a paper and a pen person. Thank you so much for a beautiful take. I also saw guest Sana raising her hand. Guest Sana, would you like to take up a topic?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Guest Sana, paper and pen or all about screens? Which person are you? Paper and pen or all about screens? Which person are you? Guess, Sana.
Okay, that's a tough question, I would say. And I would like to start with when I was growing up, I was all about papers. I was, mostly old school because, back then when I was studying, it was not the technology, wasn't that advanced, and we didn't shift it to this on-screen laptop, mobile, and so on and so forth. So while growing up, I would say that I had, I was more of a old school and a paper-based person. But now, even though we have shifted to a much technological level, but I still prefer, even though everything like we have shifted to Zoom virtual meetings, we have shifted to virtual notepads and everything we are doing in digital perspective. But whenever I am doing, my hobby, like I used to do writing too, and sometimes I do journaling. So we do have um, virtual journal apps and different sort of apps for that, but I still resort to old school where I will be writing down in a notebook. So I would say for the work purpose, I am all about screen, because that's where it has be you have to work in that way. But when it relies on doing my hobbies or doing my interest, I resort to the old school, which is the paper based. So I'm kind of, equal, both. So a kind of diplomatic answer, but I believe that answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Sana. I totally agree how we shifted from a paper and pen to all screens, but yet we have a habit of mixing things. And I personally agree with you. Though I am a paper and pen person, I prefer writing, but we all are screen persons as well. I can see Toastmaster Indapal raising her hand. Toastmaster Indapal, are you ready?
Yeah, I'll try.
Toastmaster Indapal, how do you use technology to enhance your productivity? How do you use technology to enhance your productivity? Toastmaster Indapal.
Um, I think it's really a blessing in today's world. Um, I think the phone, Apple, or any phone that we are carrying, smartphones, it's like a mini computer for all of us. We can note down anything, everything there, and we can put alarms for different things, reminders that can keep us with pace about a lot of things that we have to actually remind ourselves earlier, so we can keep up to the pace. And also, I think a lot of documents that you can save and you can be just ready with um, uh, all the soft copies. So I think technology is really a blessing, a boom in today's world, and we can be just ready with anything anytime if we organize it well. Thank you.
You have time, you can speak more about it, how you utilize it.
Like we have like even for any emails or any kind of chat or communication, I don't have to be in front of laptop all the time. And I think during COVID, we all have been given this I would say hybrid kind of model where we can take calls from anywhere. We just don't have to be in office. So I think it just makes us omnipresent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Indapal. I even agree how COVID changed everyone's thinking and how we went hybrid. May it be schools, colleges, or any and everything. Thank you so much for giving that take. I can see guest Manushree. Okay, guest Manushree, share a simple trick of remembering important stuffs. Share a simple trick of remembering important stuffs. Guest Manushree.
Hi, everyone. So for me, excuse me. So for me, in my childhood, remembering stuff was actually a challenge. I used to be an absent-minded person. And I also was not really a very confident public speaker. But just at the beginning of the meeting, I spoke about how I joined Gabbys Club at my school, which was a public speaking platform. And during that, one of my friend actually gave me this advice because I used to be very nervous in the beginning of those sessions. So my friend gave me this advice that imagine, because I used to speak in front of a huge crowd, right? So my friend gave me this advice to imagine your best friends are sitting in front of you. It is not a crowd full of strangers, even though there are strangers sitting right there. So imagine they are your best friends or your family members. So you will feel absolutely warm and absolutely confident, and you will have a safe space in front of you. And that's how I used to give my speech. Similarly, I started applying that trick even before my exams, right? So if I have to remember certain important points for my examination, I would just remember things. I would just imagine that my mother is telling me this or my best friend is telling me this. So I would create this imagery in my mind so that it would stay in my mind forever. So even when I'm writing my exam, those points would just be there in my mind. So yeah, it's quite a unique thing, but it works for me. That's how I use this trick to remember certain important things. And I don't feel as much absent minded as of now. This trick works for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Manushree. I agree how this trick works. In my exams, I always apply it because that imaginary power helps us regain while we are in tension or while we are writing the answers. Thank you so much for sharing that trick with all of us. Now we have Toastmaster Anand. Toastmaster Anand.
Yes.
Getting better every day is all about. Getting better every day is all about. Toastmaster Anand.
Getting better all about. Okay, so in daily. So yeah. So too much of information is bombarding in our mind. As per the study, 90%, 60%, 90% of our thoughts are negative. Per day, almost 65,000 thoughts are coming into our mind. Among that, only 5% is positive. So how to reframe that? How to, right? Only thing is that the positive affirmation. The moment when you wake up, give some positive suggestion to the mind so that the mind take up and set a tone for the entire day. So, right. And similarly, whenever you go for a sleep, completely avoid in watching the television on the serials and crime movies. Better, I can suggest that read good books. When you read good books, that goes to the subconscious mind and that start operating. This is the way I use, right? Now I am attending the Toastmasters Club. I am associating with the various peoples because there is a one proverb that says is that you are the total output of the 8 personalities whom you often encounter. So if all the people are extremely high mindseted people, definitely I incorporate that personality in my trait. I can reform myself. So this is the only technique I inculcate myself to reinvent myself in daily basis. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. The quote you mentioned is actually very famous, and remembering a quote in the table topics, that is commendable. Thank you so much for sharing that with all of us. I can see Toastmaster Monica.
Hello, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Monica. Small habits fuel big improvements. Small habits fuel big improvements. Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you so much for sharing this topic with me. Immediately, I'm reminded by a wonderful book that I read few years back named as Atomic Habits. In Atomic Habits, it's very clearly written that if you practice a habit for around 27 to 30 days, it becomes an attitude. It becomes an attitude of life. So you just need to repeat that habit, that activity for 27 to 30 days continuously, and it becomes an attitude for your entire life. So it says that if you keep on doing one single thing for even 5 minutes a day, it's going to bring around 90% improvement in your life in the entire year. So that 5 minutes that you spend in the entire day is going to bring such a significant change in the entire year. I'll exemplify myself for you. So when I started working out, I was never an athlete, never a sports person in my entire life. And I used to look at a plank or do a burpee dreadfully. Now, when I started working out, I couldn't even hold a plank for 10 seconds at a stretch. Now, I started off with doing a plank for 5 seconds in the beginning. Slowly and slowly, I improved to 15 seconds, then 30 seconds, then 45 seconds. And today, I can hold it for 1.5 minutes, which is a big improvement in my personal athletic life. So the point that I'm trying to suggest over here is that if you practice one simple activity for even 30 seconds or 1 minute in a day, that's gonna bring a sharp improvement in the entire year and over the years in your future. So that small time in your entire day is gonna change your life completely. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Maanvi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica, and planking for 1.5 minutes. That is actually commendable, and how you went from few seconds to a minute, that was even commendable. Shows how small habits actually improves us. Thank you so much for the take. Now I have Toastmaster Diana's topic. I'll be reading that out. Give me a second. She says, thank you, Toastmaster Gabbys. Ingenuity. This agrees is improve speech as better that people want to watch my speech in Toastmasters Club. Ingenuity, and the app is Zoom meeting. Ingenuity. The sparklight on me. Ingenuity up the stage. I feel like a sparklight on the ingenuity. I had a joy this meeting. Ingenuity. Thank you, Table Topics. Thank you so much, Master Diana. She is someone who uses the word of the day maximum times and impresses the grammarian in every single meeting she comes up. Thank you so much for a beautiful take. Who would like to go next? I can see Guest Sudhir. Guest Sudhir, are you there? Okay. Guest Sonali. Guest Sonali, can you hear me? No worries. Guest Rima, are you there?
Yes.
Would you like to take up a table topic?
Sure, sure. I'll give it a try.
Okay. Guest Rima, how do you balance technology without going crazy? How do you balance technology without going crazy? Guest Rima.
Thank you so much for giving me this topic. And in real life, I am struggling with this problem, and this topic seems really resembling with my day-to-day life. I've tried multiple things. One thing being time boxing myself. There are many apps which can help you time boxing your apps. That means managing your screen time. They can lock your screens, and it gives you, there is a technique called Pomodoro focusing technique. So it gives you 20 minutes of window where you can focus on your task and not look at your screens and not get distracted by Instagram or any other social media platforms or the notifications. So I've tried that, but of course, to stick to it, it required a lot of commitment, which at that point of time I couldn't give. There's another app I tried to, I gave it a try, that is a minimalist. That also helps your entire, so the theme or the agenda or the concept of that app itself is that turn your phone into entirely black and white, remove all the icons, remove all the jazzy things, not even screensavers or background image. So it takes an effort for you to find any app. So let's say, for example, if I want to open Instagram, because Instagram icon is so ingrained in my head, as soon as I see it, I want to click on it. So that kind of urges, it curbs, because there is nothing, no icons available on the screen. It's simply write-ups, and it takes a lot of effort. So it also helped me, but then I realized that I am using technology to not use technology. So that was a vicious circle I wanted to break. So I think it required, it requires a lot of innate concrete decision power and your self-control to do any of such things. But as the earlier topic was, you start small to build a better habits. So it is all about healthier, better living. So how would you do that? Maybe start with seeing how much screen time you are using in which app, and maybe every day you determine, or every month or week you determine that I will use it some portion less, let's say 10 minutes less in each app. And I am thinking of giving it a try. It's all making up stories in my head. and pumping my motivation that yes, maybe next Monday I'll do it, or maybe when the auspicious day comes. But leaving technology is, for me, it is extremely tough, and being a mindful of your screen use, that is also very first step towards being aware of what exactly you need to change and what kind of a rabbit hole, the black path or the black patterns you're following, which you want to come out of. So if you acknowledge that yes, you have a problem, that means you have started working towards betterment of yourself, but everyone can have their own ways of dealing with it. So I'm yet to figuring out my way of dealing with my addiction with technology, but different things can work differently for people. So yeah, that's all for me. Thanks.
Thank you so much,
Over
Gasrima.
to
I
you.
love the point how technology itself helping us to stop use technology. Thank you so much for that take. Now I will request everyone to please give a huge round of applause to all the speakers who came up and spoke in the table topics. That was all from my side as the table topic master. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maanvi. Those were quite interesting topics. I love productivity tools, and I'm always curious to know the people's opinion on this. There are quite a few ideas that I can relate to. How do I remember information? Just by listening, just by imagining others telling us, then don't consider what you think is right. I relate to that. Then I also use minimalist app. There are so many things that I can relate to uh, the speeches, the opinions of people. And thank you for that. Let us give a round of applause for a table topic master and all the speakers. Now it is time to move to the next session, that is evaluation session. Evaluation session is also like the distill kind of a session where we look back what we have gathered and evaluate it for our future self. And let's see what feedback we will see in our evaluation session. Without any other, let's call Toastmaster Joane Joseph, General Evaluator, for today's meeting. Over to you, Joane Joseph.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Punith, the Toastmaster of the day. Session 3, General Evaluation, the session where either people are very excited or half of them are sleeping because there's nothing more left except to know how the meeting went, right? So let's start by first getting the evaluation for the prepared speech today. And the prepared speaker will be evaluated by Toastmaster Noor Mohammed. Toastmaster Noor Mohammed has been a Toastmaster since 2013, and he's going to evaluate the professional speech given by Speaker Shaifali Singh. Over to you, Toastmaster Noor. Timer, please note the timing for the evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. Toastmaster Noor, can you see the timer? I request the tech master to pin the timer. Thank you.
Yes, madam, I can see the time.
Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and the guests. Very good day to you all. So, what a powerful and a profound speech, Toastmaster Shaifali. It got me introspecting and reflecting about my own ways of communicating. Now, what I loved about your speech was the extraordinary audience engagement you had. I was present all throughout your speech, not just as an evaluator trying to evaluate you, but my curiosity was piqued to know more what you're going to say. Now, the strategies of engagement you had employed had many tools working in beautiful cohesion from your communication arsenal, I believe. You had rhetorical questions, some of them probing for answers from the audience, and some reflective questions. Now, all of which evoked curiosity and variety. Now, your question answer session, to emphasize and illustrate the idea and drive the point home for each conversational level resulted not only in great engagement, but also in bringing out the clarity in those three levels. Now, you used contrast with oxytocin and cortisol, and that's how you drove the point using contrast. Now, you had analogies like people hide a lot of baggage in themselves to that of lockers. You had idioms like tip of the iceberg. You employed them strategically, and probably it comes naturally to you at different points of your speech. Now, I truly appreciated your smiling face, the natural and authentic gestures you had, which synchronized with your words, implying authenticity. Now, your authority on the subject was evident with your structure you used throughout your speech, the clarity you achieved, and the confidence you projected. Now, I am a fan of rule of three, and you did use that powerful tool with that three levels of conversation. What a powerful way to illustrate and engage the audience with question and answers. Well done, Shaifali. Now, your conclusion came as a derivation from an emotional story of that blind boy who regained his sight, and I think it was a great ending. Now, to take your speech from great to amazing, you may want to focus on these aspects of your speech. Number one, have core message, a sentence which you repeat throughout your speech, like your title of your speech. What's in the locker could be your core message, right? Attach that core message. Point number two is to attach that core message to various emotions and repeat that message periodically. Like people hide shame, regret, disgust, guilt in themselves. What's in the locker? Number three, always end on a high note. Your climax needs to be, it should end with your core message, and it should be on a very high energy level. And if it is a question like, what's in your locker? Question mark. It gets immortalized. Now, overall, Toastmaster Shaifali, you're a born leader who can spread light to many. If you craft your speech with this core message, a bit of humor, and different emotions, you're going to move masses. I wish you only the best. Back to you, Chandra.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for our evaluator Toastmaster Noor Mohammed. So as your general evaluator now, I have to evaluate the evaluator and the speaker. So the first thing I'll tell you, what a lovely language you have, Toastmaster Noor. Coming from my heart, I was listening to your evaluation, and instead of focusing on the core message, I was thinking, wow, I just want to listen to this person talk. So that language usage, I appreciate it and I commend you on that. You gave a very ingenuine evaluation, not like a direct one, but which made me think, and I'm sure Shaifali also think, and everybody in the audience think that, yes, he's saying something. What is the deeper meaning? So there was a lot of ingenuity in your evaluation, which I liked. And the third thing I'll tell you I loved, the high note positive ending, the way you ended it. I'm sure it made Shaifali very happy just to listen that praise and that encouragement at the end. I just have one request, not even a comment, what do you say, recommendation, one request. If I could have seen you on the camera, I would have loved it even more, because if I can attach a face to the voice, that increases the authenticity of whatever you say in my mind. So I'm sure you have your own. Lovely, lovely Toastmaster Noor. Full marks on ingenuity for you. But I hope next time I'm able to see you so that I can attach that authenticity to the evaluator. Now coming to the speaker, Toastmaster Shaifali, I think your evaluator has done a fantastic job of giving all the positives and the areas of improvement. So couple of things that I just want to focus. First of all, this is like a keynote speech. So it's a very difficult speech to deliver. I understand that for 18 minutes, you have to talk on a topic, and you did a fantastic job because you made us all think. So the first thing I'll tell you what I loved is the topic itself. For a keynote speech to be successful, you have to have a topic that is really, what do you say, at home, at heart with the audience. And to bring conversational intelligence to people like us who are Toastmasters or who want to be great speakers, 100% marks to you for that. Like, superb idea. Perfect. I am going to go back and read that book, I feel, because that's how much you have done for me through this speech. And that is where the second point comes. Any keynote speaker, you know what's the end goal? The end goal is to invoke curiosity and make people go back and think about what you spoke and research about what. That is actually the ultimate game, right? In 18 minutes, what else can you expect? And you have done that successfully for me, I'm sure for many people in the audience. So again, a total win when I think about it. Couple of things that you can think about to improve. The first thing I'll tell you, authenticity in a keynote speech comes when you share your own story. I would have loved to listen how Shaifali used those level 1, 2, 3, 4, or any level, wherever you were. From there, you went to the next level because you studied conversational intelligence and how that helped you in your life, right? A couple of minutes of your own personal experience in an event with a friend, anything would have made it, taken that authenticity to the next level. Second, you went to Sudharma and asked her again and again and again. Now I get it. You wanted to show us a transition from level 1 to 2 to 3 to one single person. But sometimes in audio, people may feel left out, right? Like, why just Sudharma? So if you can go level 1 to 2 to Sudharma and 2 to 3 to someone else, and then 3 to 4 to someone else, you are now including everyone. And audience is the king. For a keynote speaker, audience is the ultimate king. So you have to focus on that factor, that you don't exclude anyone or show a bias to any one person. I'm sure it was not meant to be, it just happened. But yeah, something to think about. Third aspect is, I'm sure you said this like inadvertently. You said 30 seconds of my precious time of speech I'm giving you. So as a keynote speaker, that is a big faux pas. You know why? It's 30 seconds of precious time of the audience. You're speaking for your project, right? You're speaking for your, what do you say? You want to become better. When I'm speaking, I want to become better. But audience is listening to you. They don't need to listen. Nobody needs to listen to me, you, or anyone, right? So it's their 30 seconds. It's their precious time. So when if I go on stage and say, I'm giving you my 30 seconds, that's like, no. Right? I'm 100% sure it just came out inadvertently when you were speaking, but something all of us have to think about, especially when we go on a stage and talk to the audience. We have to be very mindful. We cannot say that I'm giving you my precious time, the audience will give me that, because they are giving us their precious time. So that's all. But I'll tell you, ultimately, you have won the game, because whatever happens, you have ignited that curiosity in me to go and learn about conversational intelligence. So fantastic job. Thank you so much. Thank you. A big round of applause for our evaluator and speaker. We do appreciate virtual round of applauses also if you don't want to come on camera. Next, we'll go for the TAGL team report. Our TAGL team is doing a fantastic job in the background. I'm sure about that. So let's go to timer Jaspreet. Jaspreet, over to you for your timers report.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. I'll just share my screen and show the timers report to you. And
just call out if there are any disqualifications.
Yeah, there is only one disqualification, that is table topics. The last speaker, that is Rima. Rest, everybody was well within the time frame. So congratulations to everybody to keep the time in mind so that everything is actually according to the agenda. Thank you so much, and over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for our timer. Timer does a fantastic job, is always focused, and we don't give them that much appreciation. So we need to show them that we appreciate their presence and work. Next, we have the R counter, Toastmaster Sudharma. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudharma, for your R counters report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Let me share my screen. Hope you can see my screen. Today,
yes,
Toastmaster Jyoti, you didn't use any word, pillar sounds. Please give a round of applause to her. And other less users was Toastmaster Jaspreet and Toastmaster Maanvi and DTM Nancy. From this report, I can say 2 table topic speakers started their speeches with the inappropriate interjection. So I like to recommend them to think about 10 seconds before starting TD session. Then you can reduce your inappropriate interjections. And as per this record, most used pillar sound was and inappropriate interjection was so. This is my report. I will put it to chat or you, General.
Thank you so much, our counter Toastmaster Sudharma. Everybody, you can just go and check your own report, like how many hours you have said, and be mindful of that for the next meeting and next conversation. Next, we have the Grammarian, Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. Over to you, Monica, for the Grammarian's report.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So the word of the day, ingenuity, was used multiple times by Toastmaster DN and Toastmaster Joane. Thank you for that. And I saw some lovely usage of the word by these members, TM Nancy, Punith, Joane, Shaifali, and TM Noor. Now, over here, I show the good usages in the meeting, good usages of words. Like, for example, TM Nancy used out of words, sweaty palms, setting the stage on fire. TM Punith used preponderance. I had to look into the meaning of this word to understand what does preponderance mean. So very good over there. He also used exotic combination, tip of the iceberg. And also, TM Joane used inadvertently, faux pas, and other usage of the words over here. Now, moving on to the rhetorical questions, TM Shaifali, she used the rule of three. She used the rhetorical questions. What's holding you back? What's the challenge? So kudos over there. And lastly, I would give a few recommendations to avoid starting your sentences, to starting your speeches with so, and any kind of repetition of phrases. And to avoid saying didn't shifted, it's didn't shift. To avoid saying various peoples, it's people. So just a few recommendations from my side, and I hope you will incorporate it in your speeches next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. Next, we have the listener, Toastmaster Sudhakar. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. As I promised, I have few questions for each of you. Our guest, one of our guests, talked about she was part of the club in school. Can you tell which? What is the name of that club?
Gabbys.
Okay. Punith, in his speech, while talking concept called code, CODE, so what is D in it, and can you tell the tagline of that?
Distill.
CODE, yes. And the tagline?
Tagline is find the essence.
Perfect. Shaifali, in her presentation or speech, while talking about communication, she talks about some statistics. So can you tell what percentage is actually verbal and what is non-verbal?
7% is verbal.
Perfect. She also talked about the book. Can you name the book and the author?
The book is Conversational Intelligence.
Conversational intelligence.
And the author is Jean Gloss or something, I'm not sure. Yeah. Judith Gloss.
That's right. Judith E. Glaser. Thank you very much. I think everyone did fantastic. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for my TAGL team. Now, let me tell you, the listener did a fantastic job, because when you ask questions and people don't know the answer, that means, listener, you're doing a fantastic job. And that means we as audience need to be aware and listen more to the speeches in the meetings. Thank you so much. Grammarian, our counter timer. I had a very strong TAGL team today, and I'm very proud of all of you, all four of you, because you did such a fantastic job. Let me go to the general evaluation now. So basically, I'm going to evaluate the total meeting. Let me start before the meeting. One of the things I have always loved about Gabbys is I love Gabbys. That's why I'm a member of Gabbys, right? And there's so much to talk about the positive things, especially for guests. Let me tell you, I have personally not seen or experienced a pre-meeting preparation as organized, as professional as Gabbys does it. They come to you like weeks before to get the roles. They give you all the agenda and everything way before time. Their SA does such a fantastic job of compiling the introductions of all the people and then organizing it based on what information the TMOD will need, what information the GE will need, what information someone else will need. I'll tell you, I don't have to prepare anything. I can just come after my work blank, sit 5 minutes. I just have to look at the dossier and I'm ready for this meeting. It's such a great experience to take back to any club and think about how well this club is organized. Praises, lots of praises to the VP Education, to the SA, and everyone who's working in the background to make this organization work. Amazing work. Next, what happens the 15 minutes before the meeting, right? Like you open the room 15 minutes before the meeting. We do all the audio video check was done, all things done. One thing that I have time and again talked about is if we can assign someone to do networking, that will be great. I feel personally Gabbys has a potential to tap into the power of networking, which we don't do, because we don't do post-meeting networking, which normally other clubs do. We end at 9:30. It's too much to expect people to stay back till 10. But pre-meeting networking is something we can do. We do the audio video check, great, but post that audio video check, if you can just sit and chat, like, where are you from? What are you doing? How was your day? You know, that networking, that builds connection. And that connection gives you a sense of belonging. I mean, I feel very happy when I go to a meeting and pre-meeting or post-meeting, I do networking. So that is something we can think about, that belongingness, you know, we can bring it. And this is all next level I'm talking about. You guys are doing a fantastic job at the grassroots and like high level, but to the next level. Next comes Sa. Sa, you do a fantastic job. Your script is perfect. The way you speak is perfect. You smiled today. I'm very happy about that. One thing, it is not 3-2, it is 30-second meeting. Something you can work on is, because you open the meeting, every word you say from the start, A to Z matters. So you have to be a little mindful of saying that it is not 32 meeting, it's the 30-second meeting of Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Just something for us all to think about. And next, let's go to the PO. Now, the presiding officer, it was a last minute change for whatever reason. Huge round of applause for DTM Nancy, you know, to come in the last minute and say, I'm taking the PO role. She did a fantastic job. The guest introduction was done. The theme was spoken about. Nothing to talk about someone who takes up the role at the last minute and does it, right? So only appreciation for that person. Now, before I go to the TMOD, a couple of things I would like to talk about is, one, ask the guest to rename themselves as guests. This is something we can think about, because there is a lot of confusion when the table topic master comes, or even when the TMOD comes. It's not easy for us to know who is the guest and who is a Toastmaster. So if you can, if the PO can announce, or the SA can maybe announce that, if you can just rename yourself as guest _ so-and-so, so that we know these people are guests, we know we can address them in that way. Second is the break music. Now the break music, it's my humble opinion that it's also a part of the meeting. So let's keep it professional. I loved all the songs that you played. They are my favorites, no doubt about that. But this is an international organization now. We have people who are not just Indians, right? When you play a Hindi music, it's not fair to them. And I saw that happening, that question raising, can you please share the subtitles? So we need to focus on playing English music or plain music, and keeping it very professional. Let not that 5 minutes be a total break where, you know, you're out of the meeting. I was, because it was such a beautiful romantic song. Then it gets difficult to come back to the meeting. So that break music is very important during the meeting. Coming to the TMOD. Toastmaster Punith, the second brain. I'll tell you, I loved your topic. I was intrigued and I was sitting there and thinking, what is he going to talk about? I'm also a very psychological person who wants to understand how the brain works. Like, it's like a lifelong, journey to find how this is working. And I was very intrigued. And when you brought in the code concept, I loved it. Now, couple of things that I expected from you more, I'll tell you, because I loved your topic. I loved the theme and where it was going. But for some reason, the first thing I felt was, what is the core message of this theme? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to get organized, or are you going to talk about the power of the second brain? That connection I felt was missing. Okay, so in my mind now there is a confusion, because I have written down such great tips from you for organization. Okay, you talked about the box method, then thing like Feynman. I'm going to go back and check them. So you have done a great job in informing me and arousing my curiosity, no doubt about that. But the connection of where it was going, in the end, I don't realize where this theme is going. So that confusion is still in my head, something to think about how to organize. Second is pronunciation. Punith, you are a fantastic Toastmaster, no doubt about that. But as the TMOD, you are the host. Every word that you say matters. When you say brain, you have to work a little bit on pronunciation. And I'm very openly coming and talking to you because I know you are now at that level where you can go to the next point, right? Joane, you have to make sure that you know the pronunciation of every role player at least. So read before the meeting, you have to be prepared. You read the role player's name. If you feel like I don't know, just message them. Ask them, how do I pronounce it? I know my name is a difficult name to pronounce, especially it's not an Indian name, but something to think about, right? Pronunciation. And of course, break music, transitions. Transition from one point to other point. The transition in the theme was also missing. But overall, I'll tell you, fantastic job. Still, you did a fantastic job, even though the theme was a little every place. You did a fantastic job of explaining the things. The meeting is on time. The agenda is on time. I'm the one who's actually moving beyond the agenda. So kudos to you and congratulations to you for that. Next, let's talk about the table topics master, the last but not the least, Maanvi. I'll tell you, I have seen such a huge improvement in you, Maanvi, and I was amazed to see you as a table topic master. You were, first of all, well prepared. I could see the effort you have taken in preparing the whole session. Your introduction, your instructions were very crisp, to the point. I loved them. The topics were difficult. I loved it. After a long time, I felt like a table topic master has actually worked to bring some difficult topic, not the everyday topic that comes in. And I loved the fact that you nudged that speaker, one of the speakers, when she stopped before time. That is literally taking up the onus and leadership as the ringmaster and saying, you can speak me. Now, some things you can improve. Taking it to the next level is the first speaker. If possible, let it not be the speaker who already spoke for 18 to 22 minutes, right? Even if they raise their hand, let them raise their hand. That is their right and prerogative. But you as the host, the session master should think 18 to 20 minutes, she already spoke just before the TT session. So first speaker, give it to someone, a Toastmaster who has not spoken. Second one, I agree. I personally agree with you. I believe with you. I personally agree with you. Every single, after every single table topic, this was your answer. So now taking it to the next level, if you can change the comments that you give after every single table topic, it will be like, cherry on cake. You did a fantastic job, but cherry on cake. And last, I'll tell you, energy. And I always say, increase your energy, but I never say how to do it. So here are 2 tips for you and anyone who has a problem with energy. Energy, remember 2 P's. Posture and pitch. Posture and pitch. Posture works wonderfully for energy. Now, I am sitting and talking. I'm naturally a very energetic person. If I stand and talk, I'll look like a warrior, honestly. But if you are someone who does not have naturally very strong energy, stand. Standing posture actually increases your energy. Try this out. Stand and take the next role, next session. You will see that, oh, I feel more energetic. Sitting will dose you down. Second is pitch. What is pitch? Pitch is the normal tone in which you say hello. Now, this is my normal pitch, hello. If I speak in my normal pitch, you see how my energy feels low, right? Because if I speak in my normal pitch, people will go to sleep. So what I usually do is I increase my pitch when I'm talking in a meeting, when I'm talking in a position of, as a general evaluator or as a team member. So, or as a table topic master. Increase your pitch. This makes it look like you're increasing your energy. So energy is something that you can think about. But overall, I'll tell you, I loved the table topic section. The overall meeting was fantastic. Very well prepared, to the point. Great job, role players. Great job, TAGL team. Thank you so much. And I hope I did a good job of at least evaluating the meeting. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
That was an insightful, in detail, comprehensive. Your Toastmaster Joane Joseph, the feedbacks are always valuable. It brings more value, and it was always encouraging and motivating. And thank you for the insightful evaluation session. Let us give her a big round of applause and for the both Joane Joseph and our team. Now, I have 2 more minutes left. This time, I would like to say the few more points about the theme. Just like 2 to 3 minutes. It is just a story, interesting story. I prepared for this. Let me share. The third step is a distill. And here, I am going to tell a story. The story is about, it goes like this. Paramount Picture, the production company, bought rights to make a movie from a novel, from crime novel. And when they asked, the top directors all put on this project, and they started looking for a new directors, paying directors, and they asked one director, and he was also not ready to do that. And because of the financial pressure, and he they consider consider making this movie. And that movie was The Godfather, and the director who was asked was the Francis Ford Coppola. And when he took this project, he read the novel again. And when he read it, it was not his taste, but he converted to his taste by considering, we can say, American capitalism with a tale of father with 3 sons. And he reads the novel, and as he reads, and he started he was from the theater. From theater, they use something called a prompt book. And whenever they read, and everything, whatever the interpretations, whatever the emotion, the scene, characters, everything he will put on the prompt. And the way he reads this, he doesn't need any script at all. The just prompt book is enough to make a movie. And that is how the distill should be. Whenever we read a book, and we should bring something out of it. And the one way to do it is using a prompt book. The next concept I want to cover is the progressive summarization that you can easily take it from this meeting. Progressive summarization, whenever you read a block, you mark and highlight. Then the next step is to highlight what you highlighted. In this way, you come up with the few words that hold the content with a few words. Just to explain in a poetic way, I'm going to use the Picasso bull, the art. It says, prune the good to surface the great. If you start, when he draw the 11 pictures, when he started drawing the first picture of the bull, he just drew it. Then he start exaggerating that bull. And once he reached the third one, and from the fourth picture, he started drawing the geometrical shape. Started giving a geometrical shape. From the fifth diagram, he started removing things. Okay, he started removing. Coming to the 12th pictures, and he is able to draw the bull pictures with minimum lines. That's how the progressive summarization should be. And yeah, I'm taking more time. There's one more story I'm not able to cover because of the time. But yeah, this is one book that I took a lot of actions out of this. I wanted to share. That's why I bring this topic in this meeting. And I am always pleasure to be in this meeting. One pleasure to take the Toastmaster of the day. And one thing that you want to take away from this meeting is the leave about video second time. Just I want to share the art of writing. Okay, just whenever you feel overwhelmed and the feeling low, just take a paper and write it down. And nobody is going to read it. Just after writing the paper, you tear it down, and you feel very happy after that. Just try it. And yeah, this is what I wanted to share. Yeah, if you want to know about the second brand, please go ahead and read Build Your Second Hand book. I love this book. With this, I give this stage back to our presiding officers. To distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta is back. And over to you, Sourav.
Thank you so much. Am I audible? I can.
Yes, you are.
So I know I'm visible. Okay, so we are first going to launch the polls. Can I request the Zoom moderator? Can someone launch the polls, or do I need to do it? Sudharma.
I can do that. Give me a second.
Yeah, please start launching the polls still while I take a quick feedback from everyone. I see quite a few guests today. Manjushri Sarthi, may I request you to share your feedback on the meeting? Manjushri, are you there? Hi.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. How did you like the meeting? Any observations from your side?
So for me, it was such a wonderful experience, really. I was smiling throughout the meeting, honestly. And for me, it was not just about listening to the speech, gaining information, but it was also the way all the Toastmasters presented it with so much confidence. But at the same time, there was a lot of eagerness to share the information with others. That was really visible for me. And that's something that I would like to take back with me.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Manjushri. Would love to see you in more of our meetings. We also have Sana, Sana Firdaus. Sana, would you want to share quickly?
Yeah, I felt that the meeting was really done splendidly. I have attended other Toastmasters club meetings too online, and every time I have seen that there would always be challenges in syncing with different role players and last minute changes. But here everything was done so smoothly, and I believe the speech given by Shaifali was really motivating and inspiring. And also I felt that the confidence in each of the role players was tremendous, and it was quite beautiful to see, and I hope I can achieve someday that kind of confidence. So yeah, I hope to join these meetings again and again. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sana. Yes, we would love to see you in our meetings more. We also have another guest, Sudhir Gaur. Sudhir, any quick thoughts, please? Okay, so we'll move on. Maybe Sudhir is not in a position to unmute him. Yes, Sudhir, yeah. Would love to hear you, please.
Yeah, I really want to appreciate you guys because I too attended many meetings of Toastmasters, and this is by far the best one I got. The way you started the meeting, the way you conducted the meeting, pre-preparations, and afterwards role played by each and everyone. Especially the way the TAGL team, the way they given the response to what things were missing and where things were good. So thank you very much for allowing me to attend this meeting.
Thank you so much, Sudhir, and we love to have you in our future meetings as well. At the Gabbys, we believe that we don't need to sell membership of Toastmasters. We need to just create a reason, give you the reason to become Toastmasters, right? So we just try to create the right experience so that becoming a Toastmaster is a choice that you make willingly, not because someone is calling you and nagging you and pushing you. Learning happens best when it's fun. I can see Dina raising her hand. And Dina, yes, I would hear you. Yeah, please unmute yourself. Thank you. So in case, so what Dina is telling us is that the meeting was very good. Dina is our friend from Canada. She joins all our meetings, and I think you would have known by now that she has this special ability of chatting a topic. That is something that very few of us have it, at least I don't. So I have seen, I'm always amazed by how Dina does that. And she uses the word of the day so many times. She's always the highest user of the word of the day. Dina, again, fabulous. Thank you so much. I also see Sanoli Perera, San Perera, I think, right? Sanoli, I think you were there previously. She's from Sri Lanka. This much I know. Yes, there she is. Yeah.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
So I really enjoyed the whole session. And hi. So
Hi.
and hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. We can
Hello.
hear. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Yes, I'm here. I really enjoyed the whole session, and I got a chance to learn many valuable information from today's session. And I would like to join next time too, and to give my active participation. Till next time. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sanoli, and we'd love to have you in our next meeting as well. I would not hold you back anymore because it's very late already. So let's quickly announce the results so that we can move on to our dinner or bedtime, depending on how your schedule looks. For me, it's still early evening. So the first category where I would want to announce is the favorite auxiliary role player for today. And the favorite auxiliary role player for today is our grammarian Toastmaster Monica Ashwini. Congratulations, Monica. But I would love to mention one more thing, that we have had a few people who had taken this role for the first time. Sudhakar Thamankar as the listener, at least first time at the Gabbys, and Jaspreet Kaur as a timer. She was the first time the timer at the Gabbys, or first time the timer ever, right, Jaspreet? Okay. Thank you so much, Jaspreet and Sudhakar. Many, many congratulations to you two for your successful debut. And heartiest congratulations, Monica, for becoming the best auxiliary role taker today as the grammarian. Now let's move on to the best table topic speaker. And the best table topic speaker for today is Toastmaster Shaifali Singh, and our all-time favorite all the time. It's a joint winner, and that's a given when Dina is a part of our meetings. You just can't beat her. So it's a joint winner. It's Shaifali and Toastmaster Dina McInroy. So congratulations, Dina, and congratulations, Shaifali, for being the best table topic speakers. We have a very special category called the most enthusiastic role player. And this one is something that always goes to, again, there's a standing winner for this, and that is Toastmaster Dina McInroy. Congratulations, Dina, for being the most enthusiastic participant. And now the big one, the favorite role taker for today. The favorite role taker for today is our general evaluator, Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Congratulations, Joane. And I joined when you were presenting the general evaluation report. I couldn't join before that, and that's the reason Nancy had taken up the PO role. I loved your evaluation, Joane. And what I loved is that, and this is something that I really love about the Gabbys, is that the general evaluators do not need to mince their words. They're pretty confident and comfortable giving their feedback, even if the feedback is about the smaller items. That shows two things. We know how to give the feedback in a positive way, and we know how to take the feedback in a constructive way. I think both of that needs to happen. And if it does not happen, then in that case, we are just wasting our time in Toastmaster. So I approve this message. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Noor. And with this, I adjourn the meeting, and thank you, and see you again on Thursday at 7 p.m. India Standard Time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dina. See you on Thursday. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.